Jay of K-pop band Day6 recently did a podcast interview with a YouTuber called Offline TV. In the podcast, Jay revealed that he requested a signed Twice album from his manager for a friend of his. The interviewer asked why Jay didn't just personally ask for the signed album from one of the Twice members. And that was when Jay confessed that he has never talked to Sana during the 7 years he spent at JYP Entertainment.
And you just got him like an album autographed by the members of Twice?
Yeah, that message is signed by Sana.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How'd you do that? How'd
So
you
fast. What?
Oh, because it's in our company. Because Twice is in our company.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's within the company, like you can usually just like manager to manager, like you could be like, because everyone's always working.
Right.
So like the manager, like when they're dropping them off or when they're picking them up during schedules, they can just be like, hey, someone requested this, can you do this? And then we're always thankful, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to hear someone's a fan of you, you know, specifically like,
Right.
yeah. So like you just be like, okay, just do it.
Oh, that's very cool. I thought maybe you went up to her like in person, and was like, hey, can you sign this for my friend in America who
No.
loves you? Okay.
I haven't spoken to Sana in 7 years.
Well, okay.
Though some fans were understanding and said that it's very possible that you don't talk to a person even though you're in the same company, some Twitter users twisted things and turned it into something completely different. One user writes, I cannot believe Jay had to publicly announce Sana hasn't spoken to him in 7 years. That's so embarrassing for him. While another tweeted, just watched that Jay interview and he really said that Sana hasn't spoken to him in 7 years? The girl who talks to everyone and everything? That in itself is a very huge red flag. However, some fans defended him. One user said, you all need to realize that just because Sana and Jay don't talk does not mean they have beef or anything. And if you really do believe that there's an issue between them, you need to go outside and reevaluate your priorities. When news media site All K-pop posted an article on this, Jay replied with, yo, it was a joke, WTF LOL. Another part of the interview that did not sit well with fans was how Jay said that he and his group Day6 are not authentic.
And then Sean just said, yo, I dig Day6's vibe. You guys are like a band. You guys feel like really authentic to me, which we're not, but it was cool. And then Sean,
One fan writes, he literally discredited everything his bandmates and fans have worked for. Groups are manufactured, but for a group like Day6 that make their own music and are passionate about their craft, you're just going to let Jay call all of that inauthentic? While some fans defended him. He said the band was inauthentic. Was he wrong? Sure, they made their own music, but was Day6's image not manufactured and planned? They were still managed by one of the big three. How could not even one aspect of them be inauthentic? Jay is just being real when he said that. Jay also mentioned how K-pop trainees are brainwashed and manufactured, which also angered some netizens.
I'm home, LA.
And he's back here in California. When I first met you, I didn't know. I thought K-pop people were all like manufactured in Korea from like a baby age.
Oh, most of them are.
But you,
Yeah, there's very few specific ones that have been brought overseas to be remanufactured and re-brainwashed into the model that you see before you today.
and where are you on that brainwashing process?
I think I've unwashed myself mostly.
Yeah,
I went soul searching.
and
One person writes, Jay, formerly from Day6, is very clearly mentally traumatized from being a K-pop idol, and I can sympathize with that because idol life is incredibly difficult. But to frame his experience as something that makes him much better than other idols by name-dropping them is so... You can move on and enjoy your freedom without essentially blaming your old co-workers for doing their jobs and calling them fake for it. However, some people are defending him. Regarding the Day6J situation, I personally agree with him and don't see how he apparently dragged Day6 down. You all are just immature and misinterpreted his words. Yes, it could have been stated better, but he has a point. If you believe idols are 100% the same on camera and off, you are delusional. Especially those who are angry at Jay for him calling Day6 not authentic. Unfortunately, Jay has had to deal with such criticism for quite a few years due to his honest and straightforward personality. People often twist his words and tweets and take offense at a lot of things he says.